Steve Smith, Jeff Hodges up here this morning, right across the street. Y'all don't have far to go to work this morning.
They don't.
First National Bank. What you mentioned Bean Day. Jeff, when did they start that?
Yeah, I can't answer that to Jamie exactly, but they started obviously in Pulaski, and it migrated into the other markets. Obviously Ardmore next, because that was the next branch that came on, and we've been in Ardmore. This coming year will be 50 years in Ardmore. I don't think Bean Day's been there the whole time, but
well, it seems like I've covered it probably 30 years in a row.
It's probably, I would guess, probably at least 30
in this day
years.
of high tech everything, for a bank to put on a Bean Day, that's kind of unheard of.
Well, it is. It's a way for us to give back to our customers, and it's always been very well attended, and people look forward to it. And we started it here in Athens last year. We do it in May in Athens, kind of around our anniversary, but all the other markets do it in the February to March time frame.
And you can get carry-out free too. Yeah, carry-out right.
We have a lot of businesses that come and get their employees' plates. So.
I've been coming in a long time. Well, good morning, Steve. Y'all didn't have to get so decked out. Y'all got a new, I thought y'all had a new dress policy.
Well, we're trying to uphold our image.
Yeah, uphold our image.
Hey, Jamie just broke down and bought a jacket over the weekend.
Oh, yeah, they had them on sale. So I bought my first one. Steve, how long have you been in the banking business?
I've been in the banking business about 32 years. Yeah.
Now, did you hire Jeff to start with?
Yes, I did. We bought a bank in Ardmore in 1995 or 96.
That's right, First American, yeah.
And we bought a bank up there, and Jeff came aboard there, and he brought our friend Andy with him, who's been with us ever since as well.
So when did you first start working, Jeff, in the banking business?
1989. This is 23 years for me.
23 years.
3 days after I graduated from college in '89, I went to work full time. And I'd worked in the banking industry previously for my mother at First National part-time when I was a kid in high school.
So you've been in banking that long?
A long time.
So you go back to Ardmore a long time?
Long time.
And Steve, you're from Athens?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Jeff, we've got a picture of you from 1992.
That was the surprise.
There you are right there at 1992 at a Country Rover story. Yeah, you do look the same.
Aged well.
Yeah, well, your hair starts graying, then you won't be there. But there you are. What happened on that day, Jeff?
That was I believe, at a ceremony we did in Ardmore, the Chamber of Commerce. I was actually the Chamber of Commerce president that year, and we did the flags there in town. One of the projects we did, if you've been to Ardmore, there's an American flag with the Alabama flag and the Tennessee flag on each side, and the Alabama flag is directly on the state line, and the Alabama flag's in the state of Alabama, and the Tennessee flag is in the state of Tennessee. One of the unique features of Ardmore, with it being the state line splitting the town, so that was just something.
We're going to share that 2-minute story with y'all in just a moment, the Country Road story. But is Ardmore, do they still close at Wednesdays at noon?
We actually close the lobby at noon, but the drive-through stays
open. But I'm talking about the whole town.
Well, there's some that do. It's not as prevalent as it used to be.
That used to be a big deal for us.
Yeah, well, it used to close all day long. I can remember when the bank closed all day in Ardmore on Wednesday.
Has Athens ever done a tradition like that?
They have. I think Athens used to close on Wednesday about 20 years ago, and they would open a half a day on Saturday, and that used to be the tradition in banking.
When I moved here from Chicago and we went out on a Wednesday and that happened, that was the oddest thing for me.
Were you in Ardmore or Faulkville?
No, I was in Decatur at that time.
You guys are planning yet another expansion.
Correct.
Who's ramrodding that deal?
Mr. Smith.
Where's it going to take? When y'all break ground?
We hope to break ground in the fall. We've got the site picked out, and actually going through getting all the regulatory authority to approve it, and the city, and we're working with the city, and so hopefully we'll be breaking ground and hope to be in business by the end of the year.
So that's going to be right there where the old Dodge hair salon is.
It is.
It used to be. Mm-hmm.
Jeff, why would people want to do business with First National? Because I've known you guys before I knew you. I knew the Curry family that's kind of helped start that from the 80s, super folks up that way. Did business with you guys back before I knew you. What makes people stick with First National Bank?
Well, I think in today's environment, there's a lot of change going on in the banking industry today, and I think the stability that we offer, people don't like change. Change is threatening to all of us, regardless, good or bad. And I think the stability, the safety, the soundness that we have would be one reason. If I was looking to do it, would be the reason in that. I mean, most banks offer the same products and services, and we try to deliver them in a manner that that exceeds the people's expectations when they come in our bank. But the stability, the soundness, and the safety that
And that's
we
important right now, especially since so much is changing, and everyone kind of went through a little scare with the economy and everything. So
Right.
it's
Now
great to see you guys still local.
With this housing coming up 2%, interest rates down, you guys also do a lot of financing and stuff like that. How do people go about that? Who do they contact? They just come in over there and ask to see you guys, Monica, Grover, Andy, or what?
Cecilia?
Well, it depends on the type loan that they're looking for. If they're looking for construction loans, which normally we go through our mortgage department, which is Cecilia Hargrove, heads that up, and then our construction piece of the construction firm stays in-house, and Andy Whitt actually manages that portion of it, and then it goes through.
Does everyone, when they come into First National Bank, laugh as much as we do when we come in there and visit you guys?
We try to have a lot of fun there. We do. It's not, when you come in our bank, it's not typically, solemn, and people are welcome, and they feel
Say
comfortable.
hi to everyone.
In the old days, people tend to be scared to come into the bank because they thought that they weren't or might not get what they were in.
Well,
guys
bankers have
just
always
make you
been up
feel
here on a
good.
pedestal,
The times have changed, so now we're
Now you're back down to the regular folk. Jeff, you
No,
brought up a
the
good
girls
point
are
when we were over
great,
there the other day. This area here with RBC changing names, Garth Lovern retiring and stuff like that, what does that do for people that have been banking with your competition? Are they looking for maybe something that's
stable?
more stable nowadays?
Well, again, I think change is threatening, regardless of what the situation is. And listen, we have a lot of respect and a lot of friends in our competition here, and it's always been friendly with all of them. But obviously, we're selling ourselves, and again, our stability, 74 years as an independently owned community bank. And one thing I didn't mention is I think people like to feel like they're dealing with the decision makers and the people that make the decisions, and we feel like that obviously with our business model we have that ability here, and that's one of the advantages that we have.
That's nice.
And we bank with First National. Thank y'all for redoing our loan over there.
It's fun going in First
Picture
National.
Jeff for a second. I want to ask something about this photograph, Jeff. It's 1992. Your hairstyle is the same. Man, I've gone through mullets, I've gone through short hair, I've gone to everything. Now I've gone to this look.
Jeff still has
Yet
a lot of
you
his hair.
remain the same.
Well, when you've got hair like mine, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. You just
It
keep
looks
the same
fine.
style.
Anything else we need to know about First National Bank?
No, come out to Ardmore tomorrow and enjoy beans with us. I mean Thursday. I'm
Thursday.
sorry.
March
Come out to Ardmore Thursday and enjoy beans.
We just mentioned that story, Country Road story I did with Jeff and all the great folks up in Ardmore back in 1992. We're going to air that story right now for you to see it as we go to break this morning. We'll come back with City Council President Jimmy Gill. Y'all hang on.